Greetings, everybody, and welcome to episode 109 of the Sickcast, aka the Siblings in Cardboard podcast. I'm your host, Noah, joined by my buddies slash co-hosts, and spoiler alert, top 8 of a calling co-host, Thomas, Donnie, and Justin. Whether you're veteran card gamers or first timers just testing the waters, we're all siblings in cardboard guys, and Thomas, because I think you're still on cloud 9. So you're doing better than probably all of us. How's everybody doing since the last time we talked? And we're somehow back on episode 109, but we'll explain that in passing.
109 part 2. We recorded our Battle Hardened story time, and then the audio was too messed up to like get it to really be good. So I just said, we'll redo everything. It's fine. We'll go through an executive summary of Battle Hardened Atlanta, because Battle Hardened Atlanta was also great.
It was fun. I actually got to go and play on my birthday, which I had to slave away all freaking week in order to make it happen. But it was worth every bit of it, because I came and I went X and 3 through the Battle Hardened, so I'm 1-4.
Let's go.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Ironically, I did well enough to place 22nd or 23rd. I think it was 23rd, which was good enough for prizing, but I didn't realize it and I had to leave early, so I never actually got my prizing for it. So
that's unfortunate.
It is what it is. I still had a great time. Yeah, I got to play some Mario. Present. Oh yeah. Yeah, got to meet some people, got to beat some people, got to get my beaten.
Meet some people and beat some people is pretty cool.
I know it's our local Battle Hardened, right? So there's so many of us you'd go, okay, of course there has to be a lot of you guys doing well. But we did like exceptionally well as a local group. We crushed it.
Yeah, wasn't our locals like 25% plus of the entire Battle Hardened though?
We have a picture of all of us. It's huge.
Yeah, it was. We're also half of the top 8.
Yeah. And 100% of the finals.
And 100%
of the finals.
It was the legendary Andrew Ocilio mirror, with the only difference in their decks being a Fry and a Lightning Press.
And we've solved that deck for forever now, and it's just like little personal preference pieces.
So, who wants to go first? Very quick summary of Battle Hardened Atlanta.
Well, that was my entire summary right there, so I'm good.
Okay. I guess I'll do my summary about Battle Hardened Atlanta. Did well on RTN the week before on Gravy. Wanted to go back to Ocilio. Anytime I hem and haw on a decision, I roll a dice. Dice rolled Gravy. We listened to the dice gods because the last time I didn't. I scrubbed out of naps. So we're not doing that again. So played Gravy, and I played like 1 or 2 aggro matchups the whole time. My D-Reacts literally came in once. And I played like a Huntsman round 1, a Gravy round 2. Something, I think I played a Florian round 3. That's the round I lost. I won the Gravy mirror on the Huntsman game. The Huntsman game was actually the grossest game of the day. I was actually kind of upset, because turns 3, 4, and 5 were fully online prismatic ley lines, like ley lines for 6.
Ooh. And
then turn 6 was loot the hold in a whaler. And then turn 7 was use rum, swing whaler, swing sawbones. And
that's so
they scooped after that. Yeah, they scooped after that. I was like, all right, that makes sense.
Who needs to make a stack? Just draw it first sight.
Yeah, I literally was upset because I was like, I just burned through all my good luck on a freaking Huntsman. But no, we didn't. I lost to a Florian. It was a misplay on my part. I got way too lost in the sauce. I was thinking about a way to fatigue him, like counter fatigue him, when I should have just been thinking about kill him, bozo. And yeah. Then I played a Kasai. That's a good matchup, so I won that one. I was paired into Thomas after that. But friend of the program and also good player, Jeremy,
also calling top
dropped.
8.
Yeah, also calling top 8er. accidentally dropped himself from the event, so they had to put him back in because he was like, I'm X1, I'm obviously staying in the event. So they repaired it. I get a Mario, and yeah, that went like how Mario games go sometimes, where I had a boat on his turn that he didn't really want to see a boat, and we won that game. And then I played a crazy close game with Jason on Verdance, where like super back and forth. I had to draw, like I had to take a gamble to like get back in the game. I hit it, and we ended up closing it out. But it was like the actual Doomsday scenario for the first 5 turns as a gravy player, like no gold, no dudes. And I'm just like in blocking simulator. But the issue is this blocking simulator doesn't block arcane very well.
Because you run AB1, right?
I run AB2 for this exact
AB2,
reason.
yeah.
Yeah. I was testing with another Verdance, and it was like, if you run AB1 and they go first, they are actually favored if they're on like the full arcane package. And so I was like, all right, I'm never losing to this garbage. I should never lose to it. I did get a chum rewound, and that was really funny. Because like I tried to play chum out of the yard. He's like, yeah, with that on the stack, I'm going to rewind it. And then that bounces it back to my hand. Yeah, I get the action point back, but I didn't have a way to play it. I just had a single card left in my hand and no resources floating.
That's so
I just had to look at him and say, pass. So that like really got him back into the game. But we did pull it out in the end. It was just like enough go again to get there. And that put me in the top 8. I want to say it was the 7 seed, 6 seed, somewhere in there. And I had to play into an Ira. He hits me for a little bit, turn 0, and then he hits me with a Warmongers. And at that point, I am only holding a dude in my hand. It's the last card left. It's a chum. I was like, all right, I'll call peace because I can always just like play out this chum and it's fine. I draw up blue Tipple, prismatic Leyline, blue, and I had the chum. So it stopped like an immediate prismatic Leyline turn, and the top card off the top of the deck was a red swell. So it would have been a Leyline for 6. That Warmonger's just the turn 0 Warmonger's absolutely hosed. I got him to 4, and obviously hardcast chum versus Leyline, like full prismatic Leyline turn chum.
Yeah, the value of going first and having that play and shutting off you going second, like cascaded through the entire game.
Yeah,
it just like snowballed the whole game, and I was like, all right, well, whatever. It was still a really close game. I'm happy I top 8'd. No complaints there. I was in Columbus as well, but I was in the middle of like a work trip. So I was like working literally like 3 towns over on Friday. So I just like crashed on a friend's couch Saturday night. I played side events on Saturday, and I decided I'm never doing that again because while the EV was insane, it wasn't fun. Because like all the good players are in the calling. It's not like Sunday side events.
That's fair.
Yeah. Like I beat up, well, one, I had to play an 8-year-old, and that was never fun.
Aw.
I hit him with a 64 damage turn.
Oh, good.
That felt extra gross. I went back to Acilio because I love Acilio.
Okay, it was Acilio. I was trying to do the calculus in my head of how many back alley break lines did you flip off of the top of your deck in order to like do that much damage with gravy in one turn?
This was a Sigil Gone Blast, Blast. So we just like kept finding enough instants and blasts to juggle blast 3 times. Ended on a shock, so I could play the Gauntlet Flash one more time.
That's insane.
It was good. Yeah. But so like I didn't drop a game inside events, and I was so mad because like if I was in the calling, I would have ended day 1 XO with the way I was drawing. Like it was some of the grossest draws I've ever had, but also like I wasn't playing against strong players. And there's no slight to them. Like a lot of them, I was like, "Oh, what'd you start?" And they're like, "This is my first event." And I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." And
I love
like,
hearing
I was,
that though. Like everyone's saying, my first event. That's so cool. The game is expanding the way it is.
Yeah, it was really cool to do that. It just sucked that I was playing Acilio, and I wish I had another deck with me for that game.
Yeah, something more mid-rangey, right? So your opponent can have some decision points before you just literally evaporate him off the board.
Yeah, because I was also thinking about playing the fatigue deck in the side events, because I was like, I just want to be a terrorist this weekend. That was my plan. But I could only get 7 tough smash ups together. So I was like, fine, we'll put that deck to the side.
So
we have it all built now. But that's it. But that was my weekend. I played Saturday and then I drove home Sunday.
Okay. I'm actually pretty happy to talk about the Battle Hardened again, kind of leading up into this, because it gives like some really great backstory. Me and Damian Riggins have been working on this Pleiades fatigue deck for 3-ish weeks or so, maybe a little longer. Hundreds of games, like hours and hours and hours of analysis, and I just said, you know what, Damian, all this time we've spent on this, I'm just gonna write a Metafy and I'm gonna give you 50%. And he's like, sure. I'm like, I'll do all the writing, but you came up with the deck idea, you read over it and give me some feedback and stuff. We'll split it 50-50 and we'll see where it goes. So I start writing this Metafy. And I take it to the first RTN weekend. I do okay, but this guy, the same guy who drove me to the RTN, kicked me out of top 8. And it was funny because I ran into Damian at that RTN and lost to him at a very close edge. And then I played Justin, he kicks me out. And so I still feel really good about the deck. Like, Gravy is unfavored, not a big deal. The mirror is literally a 50-50 because that's just how mirrors are. So I'm at the Battle Hardened. I don't really remember all of my matchups super well. I know that there was a really interesting Rhinar game for round 1 that he could have just passed over and over again, and he had a reckless swing in his arsenal. I had 2 life. I wasn't going to swing into him, but he didn't realize that. She swung into me, and I got to draw my life gain, so I kind of cheated the game. Then I played against Randy, who now is, I think, the first LL points on Pleiades using the fatigue deck. He won an RTN the previous weekend and came over to Battle Hardened Atlanta. So we're the 2 guys that are sitting on this Pleiades fatigue deck. And I play against him, and it comes down very close, and he clutches it out and beats me. And then I immediately sit down across from Justin. I'm like, it's again. I lose in the mirror, and then I play a Gravy, and they kick me out of top 8. And then the repair happened. I'm like, okay. Thank God. I don't have to play against a Gravy. I don't have to play against a teammate. And then I sit down across from my opponent, and I'm like, who are you on? He's like, Gravy. I'm like, oh no. I beat him. So it's all
Can't
good.
escape him.
No, I beat him. It doesn't matter. So I put him in the dirt and then continue to win out. My last round is against Elaine Tsao. And if anyone's ever played against Elaine before, she's very emotional and she's very hard on herself. And it comes across as being mean, but she's kind of being mean to herself. I don't really let those type of things faze me. I actually still try to engage my opponent to try to make sure they're having a good time. It's not a good matchup. She plays Prism. It was brutal. I countered everything she did the whole time, and I beat her, and I end up bubbling her to 9th by winning. So that's okay, because she comes over the next day and wins the ProQuest Plus and gets her PTI anyway. So happy endings there. I get top 8, and my first round is against Andrew Lorenz on a Cilio, and he takes me to town. He absolutely obliterates me. And then he goes against Randy in the next round. Randy got top 4 on Fatigue Pleiades as well, and he takes Randy to town and obliterates him. And then it turns into the Andrew Acilio mirror. So I've been writing this guide, and we both top 8'd Battle Hardened. That means our deck lists are going to be put public anyway. There's like no hiding the deck list going to Calling Columbus. And I'm like, okay, Damian, I want to release this. I'm like super burned out working on this and kind of just keeping it hidden. It's a good position because people are going to be talking about this deck. I release it, and the thing starts selling like hotcakes immediately. It is amazing. Reinvigorated me, and I am super excited about Calling Columbus now, but I'm also a little nervous because I've absolutely got something to prove, right? Both me and Damian are going, Randy's going, and 3 other pilots on the deck are all going to Calling Columbus to try to like show off how powerful this deck can be. So we go to Calling Columbus, we drive. It's a 9-hour drive. It wasn't too bad. We had good company. Everyone was excited to be there. We got to leave earlier than we thought, so we got to be super well rested. We go into Calling Columbus, and we're prepped. So round 1, Mario. I even made mistakes, knocking the cobwebs out, kind of like getting started, and it wasn't close. Round 2, I'm like, Gravy. Oh God, already. That one technically went to time, but it was very clear that I was in a winning position and my opponent was gracious and conceded. So round 3, maybe one of the funniest matches I had of the day is Victor. He kept like dogging on this deck, like dogging hard on it. He's like, why are you just blocking all the whole time? That's not very fun. Why don't you just play Victor? He does everything you do, but better. I'm like, okay, buddy, here's Sledge for 6. and at one point, I'm holding a ripple away in my hand over and over again. And he's like, that's a nice ripple that you're intellect penaltying yourself with. I'm like, sure is, buddy. Sledge for 6. And at one point, he tests Iron Grips me and makes me discard the ripple away. And I'm like, you got me. I don't care at this point, by the way. He has pitched his ripple aways already twice. Or his gold main estates already twice. At some point, I'm holding a Command and Conquer in my hand to troll. I'm trolling with a Command and Conquer in my hand. He thinks it's a ripple away. He keeps pitching his gold main estates. So I'm working him towards this like end game, and he starts getting low, and he finally just plays them. And I'm like, I don't have a ripple away in my hand. I'm just like, okay, you got it. I hit him again. He tries to save up a big turn. He goes in, he knocks me to 1, and then I immediately turn around and kill him with Macho Grande while he has like 9 mites on the board. And I go, he does that thing that everyone's done it. When someone throws a Macho at you, you look at your hand, you look at your life total. It's not higher than 5. You look at your arsenal, there's nothing in it. And you look at your armor, it's all gone, and you go, GG. So Victor down, and then I ran into another Gravy. This is Billy Pistol. Billy Pistol is a good player. He also got top 8. This is where my gauntlet starts, by the way. I had something to prove, and I got every opportunity to prove it, because from here on out, every matchup I go into is a banger. Billy Pistol on Gravy, I scam him. Absolutely. It is so brutal. Every time he relies on getting a gold on his turn, ripple. There was one time his hand was Portside Exchange, Seafloor Salvage, and Tip the Barkeep. Ripple. I completely time walked him. And he does this big play out, and he puts out the Humperdinck, and he plays the Humperdinck, and I block it out, and then I go hostile encroachment for 8, kill Humperdinck, and he goes, yep, because I arsenal hostile encroachment he has to have 2 of them.
He had 1 fearless in hand.
He had no fearless in hand. I tracked him. I was saying at most he would have 1 that I missed. Okay. So yep, killed Humperdinck, and the game basically ended from there. Next is Majin Bay, who ends up beating me in top 8. You've seen the match. It is not close. I end the game at 15. I could have ended the game at probably 25 if I wanted to. I lost every single test of Iron Grip and still beat him. Like, beat the brakes off of him. He did not run Burn Bear. I talked to him after that, and I was like, Majin, why aren't you running Burn Bear? And he's like, someone on my team said just don't do it. I'm like, man, you got psyoped. You should be running Burn Bear. And I think he pairs into Damien the next round, and he's running Burn Bear, and he smokes Damien, right? No, he pairs into Damien day 2. Smokes Damien with some Burn Bears.
The next day. Yeah.
All right. Now Jeremy, also top 8, also local, and teammate. I play against Jeremy. He gets so close, and we are in like this 4. I'm at 4, he's at 5, so my skull cap's online. And I'm looking at my hand. My hand is disable, yellow, blue, blue, and I have a Sigil of Solace and Arsenal. And I look at everything that's going in. I'm like, I think this is a draw. So I pass. And then Jeremy passes back to me. And I say to Jeremy, I think we're in a draw state. Drawing sucks. I don't want to draw. Here's disable. He was at 5 with 2 armor block up, and he goes sigil, 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 spell, 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 and I go AB3 game 3, and he goes, good game. And then only have one more round. I'm 6-0. I've got this legendary run. I also am aware that Damien has somehow not lost either. And I was actually almost convinced that I was going to play Damien in the last round of day 1. Didn't end up playing him. I ended up playing Yuki Lee Bender. My God, I thought Dash.io was like the freest matchup ever, and at one point in the game, I was at 7, and I blocked with a Fiddler's Green on the first chain link, and I said, I think I'm dead before this Fiddler's Green resolves. She played 3 max Vs. 2 of them hit me when I had no cards in hand.
Oh shit!
She shot me with a Hanabi Blaster when I had no cards in hand. She connected a yellow zipper hit with a red boom grenade off the top with a red boom grenade already in play. And if you kind of add those points up, I think that's already like
close to 40,
33 points of damage.
Yeah.
Just from that. The only reason I won is she took a bunch of setup turns, had a double Tekla Pounder, double Tekla Core out, and threw a red 0 to 60. And because she's passing a lot, I don't even have a chance to really get attacks in the graveyard for my up on the pedestal, but I put it in arsenal anyway because I'm like, it's going to be relevant. I had exactly red boulder drop, and I block with double Test of Iron Grip, and I put red boulder drop on top, and I just immediately go, I actually put my hands together and go, please no max V, please no max V, please no max V. No max V. She basically discards her whole hand and loses her big setup turn, and that is the only reason I won, as I managed to stuff her a big setup turn. 7-0. Damien goes 7-0. We are now notorious. It is crazy. It's insane. Like, people are hate buying the guide. We're getting names I know of buying the Metafy that are buying it to counter me.
I figured that was going to happen. I wanted to ask you about that.
It was
like, how many guides you sold at the end of day one?
I was thriving in the, like, because it's like lighthearted hate, right? I was thriving in it. Dude, just walking by and hearing, like, have you guys played against that Pleiades deck? I hate that deck.
So, other fun thing going on. I'm friends with Ellie, and we were like talking about, and I gave her a heads up before the calling happened. I'm like, hey, you need to have this on the radar. The 2 guys who made the deck are there. And then you're going to watch coverage back, and she's going to start talking about that, like, late day
She's
one.
making fun of it at first. She's called it Giga-Snooooooze Pleiades.
Yeah. She makes fun of it because that's who she is. But, like,
oh, I loved it.
It was on the radar. Yeah. And, like, the story gets told on camera that it's like, hey, it's you 2 guys who've been working on the deck for a while, that kind of thing.
I'm stoked, by the way. I go out, I have a couple drinks with friends, we watch some of the coverage of day one, I relax, I get to bed early, and I at this point I'm already completely satisfied with how my weekend went, because like a 7-0 day one is the storyline I needed to just, like, I proved myself, right? My rounds, my last 4 rounds of the day were all crazy rounds, right? Get back, I'm completely relaxed, but I am aware that I do a really good choking day 2 of anything a calling and above. So Brody Spurlock on Acilio is my first round. There's 35 minutes left on the clock. He's playing Acilio. This should be going pretty quick. And at 35 minutes still left on the clock, I say, Brody, we are going to draw at this current pace of play. And he said, I agree. I apologize. I will speed up. And so we pick up, it's going fine, and it is really close. I'm looking at it, and I can already evaluate kind of like where it's at. I'm like, I think I'm there. I think I win. And he goes in for his last turn, and he's like, attack, I block, attack, I block, attack, I block. I'm at 2, and he throws his last attack. It's a Gone in a Flash. Meaning if I have a 3 block in my hand, this is literally the last card in this deck. 3 block in hand, I go to 1, and he loses. And I go to put my card on the chain, and I kind of like take my time, and I flip it at him, and it's my Heart of Findle. Dude, he was so down, okay. And I just watched his face light up.
Okay, so that was the loss. All right.
Yeah,
Nice.
I lost to Brody. But I actually, like, I was going to put the Heart of Findle on the chain, and then I turned it last second. It was so good. I had to do it. I had to troll him. It was just such a perfect opportunity. Okay, dang. All right, I lost to Brody. Not a big deal. The only non-block in my deck betrayed me, and I drew it at the wrong time. Whatever. Move on. And I know I have to play Michael Yasker. I have to play him. So because he lost to Damien kicked his butt. I'm like, okay, we're gonna sit down, and he knows the exact data. He knows the game plan. This is gonna be harder for me than it was for Damien. I play against him. I try to aggro him down. I misjudge my turns by like 1. And he ends up blowing me up with a bunch of rune chants. I'm now X and 2 and going, all right, yep, good old choking me on day 2 again. And then like they call the next round, and I don't even have to look at my phone to know who it is, because I hear her. She goes, "Fuck," because it is Elaine. She has managed to stay X2 and work her way up to the top tables. And I look and I'm like, yep, I knew it. As soon as she dropped the expletive, I knew I'd gotten paired into her. And I'm like, okay, the gem gods have blessed me. Even though this person knows my deck and has played against me, so kind of knows the strategy. It is Prism. I'm very favored. Then we get deck checked, and it takes a while. And this game ends up going so long, they start the next round without us, which I didn't even know could happen. That was a new experience for me. I guess it was deterministic. The loser played a certain person and the winner played a certain person, no matter which it was. So whatever, we go on. I'm playing it. And at the end, after I played her, I was like, I think we were talking about it. I'm like, a really good card against me is Dissolve Reality, because I get to disrespect you not being able to attack my arsenal. So I could just put any card I want to, like Midas Touch and Arsenal. I don't have to worry. She's running Dissolve Realities. I am sweating. She's doing this crazy setup. She's running Halo of Lumina Light instead of the normal Halo. She flips Bologna, she flips Secum, and she uses she swings Bologna, she swings Secum, uses the Secum Arcane on herself to blow up the Halo of Lumina Light and put ALS for free. And I'm like, oh my god, this is going to get really bad. Against Elaine, when she flipped the first ALS up, I was at 49. Oh. When I finally got control of the board, I was at 8. It took me 41 points of life to get control of the board.
That's a lot of life.
Brutal. It was so hard. I was very emotional at the end. I was literally holding my head in my hands at the end because I had to take so many risks. I lost a blind test of Iron Grip. I lost a Clash of Bravado to blow up a Passing Mirage that I needed to blow up because I had to choose between a Secum with 2 counters on it and a Passing Mirage. Do you know how hard that decision is? I have to either let her keep an 8 swing on the board or Passing Mirage, and I'm just like freaking out. I'm like, how could my deck betray me? I just need to win a Clash of Bravado. Come on, just flip a blue 8. I lost it, but I ended up getting there at the end. It was extremely close. The real clutch came in because she used a Merciful Retribution to set up this crazy combo, right? And then I hammered a Merciful Retribution, so she no longer has Merciful Retribution shotgun, like where you put 2 of them out and break all.
She can't double Merciful. Yeah,
she can't double Merciful me. That is the only my out was that I did that, so I had to play to that. I'm like, okay, Gem Gods are smiling on me. I have a good chance for top 8. I'm definitely in the cash now. Happy. And then I go and it's Noah Bagelman on Florian. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to beat someone as good as Noah Bagelman on an unfavored matchup. By the way, when we went into this calling, we said in my guide, I'm not even going to bother rewriting it because he's LL now. But I wrote, if Florian flips Dread Scythe, you could consider scooping. And when we got there, there were so many Florians. Me and Damien were like, we got to come up with something. And boy, did we come up on the fly. And it was literally just throwing Righteous Cleansing at them until they just died. It turns out when you need to draw your combo pieces after you put them on the bottom of your deck by pitching them or by using Everbloom Lives, they're in your deck, and deck damage gets really scary. So I'm sitting across from
the end game loop is literally just Righteous Cleansing every turn
till they just can't handle it anymore.
So you do like 7 cleansings in a row and call it a day.
It was almost that. So we're playing against Noah. It's a good game. He has some Channel Mount Heroic stuff going on, but I legitimately hammer away 3 of his 5 channels. So he gets 1 good Channel Mount Heroic, and it's a pretty good Channel Mount Heroic. It hurts. He keeps out for like 3 turns. And he gets a Channel Millennium Tree in his hand. And the funny story about this is that the previous turn I'd used an up on a pedestal, and I'd guessed that another channel was coming soon. I put Clash of Bravado on top of my deck. So Noah's like, oh no, I can't play this channel because I'll just lose it to Clash of Bravado, right? And so he's going to arsenal it and wait for me to get rid of my Clash of Bravado, like pitch it down or whatever. And he swings into me and does the thing where he's got the 1 card left and he's going to arsenal. I test of Iron Grip him. And I make him discard his Channel Millennium Tree, and he says to me, I was never getting to play that, was I? I was like, no.
Sorry, sir. We don't do that here.
And then it was shortly
He wasn't,
after
in fact,
that.
not tall enough to ride the ride.
I literally think it was the up on the pedestal that broke after I got the Clash of Bravado that I got Righteous Cleansing. And I did Righteous Cleansing, Righteous Cleansing, Righteous Cleansing, Hostile Encroachment. And it was really funny. I pitched the Righteous Cleansing to throw the Hostile Encroachment. And he goes, you pitched Righteous? Are we gaming? And he picks up my graveyard and looks through it and sees there's a Righteous in the graveyard and goes, oh, we're not gaming. Because then I up on the pedestal with that Righteous back on top. And I throw Righteous Cleansing, Righteous Cleansing. And at that point, he's like, I don't know which Righteous Cleansing it was, but at one point he's looking at it and goes, I don't know how to win. He didn't even say I lost or I'm losing. He just said, I don't know how to win. So lock that out. Now I am basically guaranteed top 8. And I finally run into Damien. It's me and Damien.
This is last round of Swiss,
last
right?
round of Swiss.
This is last round of Swiss.
We learned the math. He should have, if he wanted to get us both in and maybe even get better matchups, he should have scooped. But we discussed it. We were like, I'm pretty sure, Damien, if you scoop, you're always in. And then I'm always in. But there's always that like chance that we're wrong. And nothing will feel worse than scooping yourself out of top 8. So I said, let's just play. If a loss means you don't get in top 8, a loss is a loss. This is a competitive game. So we played. And he got the... okay, let's do all the stories. We decided we're going to play with 1 sledge because it's funny. So we put his cold foil sledge out in the middle of the table. We're shuffling up. And this guy takes my entire deck and starts to draw up. And I made the mistake of not just drawing up 2. Because we're playing the same 80.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who has
and I
whose
was like,
deck.
Damien,
Okay.
that's my deck. And he's like, look, oh, oops. And we passed the deck. So I should have just drawn up and just been like, uh-huh. And Damien at some point would have looked, man, these aren't as shiny as the cards aren't nearly shiny enough because this deck is like blinged out. And so we swap back decks. We put out 1 sledge and we're doing our thing because it's like a chess game. You go really fast and like you're trying to get to the end game state where you're either trying to fatigue or scam. So we're sharing a sledge and eventually there's someone standing behind me. I've got that feeling someone's standing behind me and Damien's like looking up and he like goes over to my hero and like pulls my sledge out from under my hero and puts it on the combat chain. And then it's the head judge. He goes, are you guys sharing a sledge? And we're like, yeah, okay, you got us. We'll play right. And I pull my sledge out. We start playing. He's like, no. Can I record it? The head judge is like, he wants to record us just turning the sledge back and forth as we swing it at each other. At one point, Damien
awesome.
swings the sledge at me. I block with Test of Iron Grip, and I go hold priority, play up on a pedestal, put Pulverize on top, and I go Clash, and Damien goes hold priority, up on a pedestal, put Pulverize on top, and the whole room cheers. And okay, so Damien manages to throw like 2 extra Pulverizes into me. If you're familiar with that card, it swings for 14. If it touches you at all, it gives -4 to your next attack. It is debilitating. So
It says, give me 4 cards.
it basically, yeah, give you 4 cards, leak, and then like pass, right? It's bad.
Yeah.
So he gets about 2 more swings on a Pulverize than me, so I'm really behind on cards. I also take the line of instead of getting called for backups, when I play my Remembrance, I go ahead and get Blues and a Dig In to try to like set up a turn there. And I actually have it. I have the scam. The scam is I get him low enough to Macho Grande him, and I get there first. And I've got the scam set up. I'm gonna kill him next turn, and Damien goes card draw. And on the 4th card draw, he breaks Poker Face and goes, ooh. You know, in the way Damien says ooh. It was a staunch response. I throw the Macho Grande at him, he staunches, and then he kills me on the next turn cycle because I'm out of cards. So, we don't need to go all into it. There was like some very subtle math and someone accidentally throwing a game and a person who needed to win a game. I managed to get top 8. I was the last one called. The room cheered because 2 villains made it in the top 8. We are the heels of the tournament. This Giga-Snooooooze Pleiades deck in top 8. And unfortunately, we both drop in round 1. Damien loses to Michael and I lose to Majin Bay. They were still great games. I could have played against Majin Bay a little better. I think I got too cute and let my preconceptions from my first round against him mess me up in my top 8 against him. But it was so great. Then I drove 9 hours home, went to an RTN, got finals, and got killed by a 72 card pile Syndra. But I got my Worlds invite and my Nationals invite in 48 hours.
Yeah, in a span of 3 weeks, or in the span of 2 weeks, you top 8 at a Battle Hardened, top 8 at a Calling, and got your Nats invite.
Yeah, I'm now 3 for 3. Battle Hardened Philly into Battle Hardened Atlanta into Calling.
Yeah, you've had a great run.
So that's my Columbus. I think we did pretty good. I think we're only like a little over 30 minutes in. We've kind of story timed everything up. Columbus was fantastic. It was really, really cold, but I still had a good time. It was less cold than I thought, but it was still miserable. It was very salty. There was that road salt everywhere. I had to go wash my car as soon as I got home.
Yeah.
So, but I would go again. The drive is very chill. It's long, but it's chill. There's no crazy traffic. There's not a bunch of metros you have to travel through. I would definitely return.
Kentucky is just a really long state. Shout out Jeremy as well.
Oh yeah, Jeremy also. He got top 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was freaking out because I was on the road, right? And because basically it was like, all right, the top 8 is deterministic on like there were 10 people fighting for 8 slots, right? And Thomas was 8, someone else was 9, someone else was 9, someone else was 10. And Jeremy lost his game, so I was like, his last round game, so I was like freaking out. I was like, oh no, he just didn't, like he's gonna bubble out of top 8. So I started like going on the side of the road doing all the math, and I'm like, all right, I think we just need 9 and 10 to lose their games, and then everything is okay. It doesn't matter. And I have a buddy of mine, because like I'm driving, obviously. So he texted me and he was like, yo, 8 and 9 just lost. I was like, wait, what? So I'm like starting, like I had to pull over again. And I was like going ballistic. I was so excited for you guys. Like I was like sweating. And
wait,
I'm like,
so there was also a chance of Jeremy not getting in if things went a certain way?
Things would have had to go like incredibly super wrong, but I think he was always in.
Okay. Yeah, I thought he was always in too.
Yeah, he was the best of the like X2s at that point. So because he was the best X2 at that point, I think the worst that he could drop to was 6.
Yeah, I was pretty sure he was always locked no matter what. So
yeah, but it was definitely like 8 and 9. I was like, all right, if 8 and 9 lose, this cleans up everything. We know our top 8 because that was like the pool of candidates.
So I got my first legendary gold foil. It's very exciting. I'm a gambling man. I instantly opened it. I said to myself, if it's something bad, I'll just keep it. I'm sure I'll use it, or it'll just be a keepsake because it was my first calling top 8. But instead, I sold it in 5 minutes.
It took me that long.
Because I opened up Lightning Greaves. Very fitting. I got blasted by Nacilio and got Lightning Greaves, and this guy over here bought them instantly because he is a bling out degenerate.
For one deck. One archetype, Lightning.
Yeah, it's double duty. You get to play a Cilio, and then when Aurora 2 Electric Boogaloo comes out, you're ready to go. There's no way these boots aren't played. Like, they're so broken. Battle Hardened 1.
At minimum, they're your AB1.
Action point generation. Yeah. They're nuts.
Yeah, at minimum, they're your AB1 source.
Yeah.
So I will be very, very happy to have those, and I will look at them fondly and think about my good friend who taught me to every time I play with them.
Did Jeremy crack his?
He did. He got Tinkerings.
Yep, Tinkerings.
Tinkerings.
Which is a good one. I think that's a cut even. Or slightly positive. Those are the de facto like best gloves for both Puffin, which I'm sure she'll keep getting support. She's a solid deck too. And Dash.io uses them in a lot of matchups. It's just a great 2-block that can be converted into an extra 2-block because of adaptive plating.
Adaptive, yeah. It's 5-block on demand.
Yeah, the gloves themselves kind of like say 4-block on themselves.
Yeah.
So, very good.
Yeah, they're good. Very happy for him. Very happy for you. It was a really, really cool weekend. And I think between the two events, like, okay, Georgia guys take down and defend home turf at a Georgia Battle Hardened. Okay, cool. Then another news, the sun's hot. But then immediately following it up, having a bunch of the Georgia guys do well.
2 out of 8.
Literally 2 out of 8. And if we count Damien, because he's like, I mean, you and him literally work on the deck, and there's a ton of
3 out of 8
Georgia and Alabama groups. Yeah, it's 3 out of 8, and that's incredible.
And like our opponents are like Majin Bay, Lucas Oswald, Michael Yasker, like
Yuki.
Yeah.
So
that's a hell of a trek.
Yeah, that calling was so fun. I love this deck so much. It is so much fun. I'm sorry if you're miserable playing into it. It is very difficult.
I saw your screenshot from Talishar, and sorry, not sorry.
Oh yeah, on my Metafy. Or
yeah, okay. Oh yeah, it was Metafy.
Okay, so Fab Blazing posted a tweet that Pleiades became the 5th most played hero on Talishar because of me and Damien. Woo!
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Dude, it's like I can't ask for better things to happen other than to completely screw up this lame duck meta of 2 RTN weekends. Like, I love it.
But the deck's just strong. Like, I mean, we've been banging the drum here for a while. Like, this is just going to be a deck going forward. I don't think it's going away.
Yeah.
Unless Compendium does something crazy. Like, it just does powerful things, and it asks a really tough question.
How valuable are the top 5 cards of your deck?
Yeah. And, like, legitimately, like, we haven't seen a card like Palm in your hand since Crown of Seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's
we call it balance of justice in your deck.
Yeah, like legitimately, one of the big things that I loved about Oldhim was my opponent played Art of War, and I activated Tunic for Crown. You know, and you're able to like kind of nullify out their power turn.
Mm-hmm.
And so your opponent, like your opposing Dio, has to look at their hand, and they're like, "Do I rip this hand directly into their palm that they're about to pull the last counter off of, or do I wait a turn?" And then if they wait a turn, that gave you a turn to set up. Or like a turn to like hit them, like beat their face in or disrupt them or something.
Yep. That's one of the reasons my game into Yuki that the double test of Iron Grip was so debilitating is because she did exactly that. With 2 Tekla cores out, she wasted a whole turn of them because she waited for my palm to pop.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I don't want to play. So literally, like, you have little things like that. You have the clash manipulation. You have some like cute little tricks with things like Oasis and Turning Point, and doing some like and like you genuinely want to do some life total manipulation because you want to get your skull cap on.
I mean, leaving Sigil Solace in the arsenal is just so good.
Yeah. I think the Acilio Pleiades matchup is one of the most interesting ones because it's just like a skull cap juggle matchup.
I played
it
like matchup. 6 times in 3 days, and every match was completely different, even when the deck lists were about the same. Like, because on Monday, my game against Andrew Cook, in top 4 of the RTN, he blew me up for like 12 instantly. And I said, "Oh, I guess I'm going to leverage AB6 for the whole game," and I did.
Yeah.
And then other games, I'm throwing disruption. I'm throwing like command and conquer, command and conquer, command and conquer, like, and like actually whittling them down to the point that if they like kind of do a piddly setup turn, I might throw lethal at them.
Yeah, Jeremy and I kind of landed on that. Even if you have a sick combo turn on turn 3 when your tunic goes to 3, you don't throw it then. You want your life total to be in like the 16 to 24 range when you pop off.
Mm-hmm. I can see that
way, like when the combo finishes, they're not able to AB6 the spell, and then they're at 12 or whatever, and then you have AB6. And then it's like, all right, well, can I close out? Can I get over like 14 points of value for a
Because if
couple
you
of
get me low enough that the AB doesn't even matter anymore, you could probably kill me with a bunch of 0-for-4s.
Exactly, yeah.
So.
But it's a super interesting matchup. People, I've been banging the drum for this deck and for you guys for a while, like in various communities, both Wizard and Gravy communities. They're like, oh, the deck's a buy. It's so easy to beat. And I'm like, I have yet to see a Gravy besides myself beat this deck in a rated event. Like, I haven't heard of it. I haven't seen it. It hasn't happened. And
Damien lost to Billy Pistol. It's because he swung his hammer on turn 0 and put a -1 counter on it.
Hey, we know that story.
Yep. You know what I do now when my hand sucks and the only valid game action I have is swing hammer on turn 0?
You pass.
Arsenal pass. If I even Arsenal.
Yep. Yeah. For clarity, in our game that we played, I saw Sawbones on top in a clash. Like, he did the Miller's thing. I see Sawbones. He sees up on a pedestal. He gets the -1 counter, and then he can't clear Scuba. And this is why it's a big deal. Is he can't clear Scuba anymore.
You also can't reliably clear Sawbones. Fearless Confrontation keeps Sawbones alive.
Yeah.
Hammers on 3.
Confrontation
it's so terrible.
Yeah. It suddenly gets really risky to like clear dudes.
Swabby can be fearless.
Yeah, you can keep Swabby alive. You can keep Sawbones alive.
Okay. Trauma.
Anyways.
All right. So I think another really funny thing that happened as a result of this weekend, we're going to do a very quick market minute because I'm sure Noah has some cards that had like 1,000% increase over the course of 3 or 4 days.
You kind of fed me the
really hot one.
Yeah, you fed me the hot ones, but
yeah, we gave you the free spaces.
But yeah, I mean they have. I mean, I know the last time on episode 109 we had a little discussion about some things. We can kind of end with that since we have a little free time. But before we talk about any of these things, if you want to pick up any of these cards, and you might because you just picked up this super cool Metafy article about this deck that's really cool, you might want to go to TCG Player and pick up some of these cards. And if you do, you might want to use the affiliate link. If you would like to do that and support the pod, all you have to do is click the affiliate link in the description. That's after you buy the Metafy article. And then you come to TCG Player. Just check out normally. And it's like a win-win for everybody. So, with that said, we can talk about some increases in prices. I think sort of the big winners that we can look at is, we might as well just start with Call for Backup. Call for Backup has an 83% 1 month high. It is currently at $17.71.
Good card.
I mean, this card's really good. You know, like who would have
What are your
thought,
favorite
right?
two? What are your favorite 2 cards to fork your opponent on with Call for Backup?
Call for Backup.
And
dude, when you block a Mario Stagger with Call for Backup and give them a choice between a blue 8 and Call for Backup, they go, oh god, what's the correct choice here? And then like Prism, you go Call for Backup or Righteous Cleansing, they go, oh, I might lose my library next turn. Or I give them their popper back that recurs poppers. It's blue 8 or blue 8 all the way. That's like the most common thing. Like, it's just like Cranial Crush or Standing Ovation. And my opponent looks at them.
The illusion of choice.
They look at them like, I'm like, they basically neither of them have text. Just choose one.
Yeah.
The best one is Thunderquake. Occasionally you heave Thunderquake. It happens.
Okay, anyway, sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, call for Backup is a hell of a card. So I mean, it is surging. I mean, back in sort of middle January, even early January, $7.49, and it has just taken off. So it's probably not going anywhere given the success, as well as it's multifaceted in other decks. It's also a generic, so
it's the
you can't really go
like
wrong with
one
it.
of the best Prism poppers, like period. It's just such a good illusions popper. It says I'm popping this turn and next turn.
What's the next major? Just out of curiosity, I've forgotten.
The next major is Calling Montreal.
Nah, I mean like tier 4.
Oh, tier 4 is
Pro Tour in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay. So we already know that Pablo is winning the next Pro Tour as well because a Fatigue Guardian is good.
No.
Maybe. I dropped a hot tweet of Michael Fang trying to decide between a stamped blue disable alpha and a foil blue disable alpha. Maybe it's gonna be Michael.
That's the one who I'd actually be scared of for this. But
He's excited to play Old Him 2.0. I mean, I don't think it's as good as Old Him, but it's good. All right, what's
no,
next?
you don't have Ice React. Anyways,
It definitely has those same feels to it, though. In that whole old him S sort of play style, at least. And it is a Guardian, just not elemental. I mean, next, might as well just do Test the Iron Grip. Kind of in the same boat, 81% increase over the last month. This one's pretty much out there and onwards to the moon. So you can get a rainbow foil in Japanese for about $20, and then it's $27 is the cheapest one. Then it goes into 30s. If you want rainbow foils, you're looking at $40 a piece.
The extended arts are really expensive.
I'll go let me go test that Iron Grip really quick and see how much they are. They're $95 a piece.
Lee.
The full art looks so much better, though.
I mean, the full art looks great. I mean,
That's one of the full arts. Whenever like I get hit with a full art Iron Grip, I'm like, bro, you get to look at the top 2 cards of your deck and one. like it looks that good. I'm just like, yeah, you can go ahead and do that, buddy. I wouldn't say no.
Take another one. But that card is on up and onwards, and then I do have this is more so for the EA, so specifically the extended art, specifically the promo, and that is Hostile Encroachment is up. Well, I mean it's up and gone. So it was at $1.78.
They were up for like $1.13 at one point,
and they are now gone. There are only 4 left, and they are at $14 a piece.
Hostile, it's a rare.
Not an extended art, it is.
The extended art is a Gen Con promo, I think.
Yeah, that makes more sense then. Yeah, that makes more sense then. Okay. I thought we were talking about the actual like Mastery Pack Guardian one. I was like, wait, what?
No. The actual Mastery Pack Guardian one is relatively priced, I believe, at like 15 or 30 cents, and it is.
Okay,
that
makes much more
it's
sense.
modest. It's there. It's not going anywhere.
Right.
That's pretty much what we have for Guardian S cards. I mean, I trying to remember some of the ones that we talked about last time that are still semi-relevant this week because nothing's necessarily changed. I mean, Pleiades has definitely bumped the market up for that. I know that we had some assassin cards that we talked about. Glistening Steelblade is up a little bit. It has a 3-month high of 40%. Don't really know why. It's just hard to get. So if you're in Dory and you're running a glistening,
new holo card is nuts in Dory.
I mean,
well, that'll do it too.
It's good. When you sharpen your sword, you lose all the counters. But I could see it as it being like, okay, I'm going all in just this once. The new flurry keyword is good.
Yeah, people see swing again, and they're like 2 neurons like start firing together for Dory, and they're like, I must press button and buy cards.
You want to know what's really good against Edict of Steel? Ripple Away. Man, Ripple Away just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, you guys need to buy Ripple Aways.
Ripple Away and Mental Block are 2 because that if they got banned tomorrow, I would not cry.
Buy your Ripple Aways. I'm gonna go take a look at it real quick. Ripple Away is $20 right now. So Ripple Away has actually shot up 60% since we've talked about it. Ripple Away is back on the radar and moving and grooving, and it should. It is rightfully one. This deck runs
Gold from Gravy, Dagger from Mario, Gold from the Mites from Victor.
Completely shut down.
Yeah, shuts down. Well, hey, good transition to talk about Florian later, or in a second. But yeah, completely shuts down Florian.
Stops the
takes
agility,
away the agility
off of Cast Bones.
Cast Bones. Yep.
Or discard. They get the might, but they don't get the agility from discarding Wind Up.
Yep. Card's just good.
It's got so many great targets.
Yep.
Well, I mean, yeah.
That's actually how I lost one of my games at the Battle Hardened.
You got your
Was what you
Chelicera rippled away?
Yeah.
Oh,
On my
Codex of
last
Frosty?
Orb Weaver. No, on my last Orb Weaver. I tossed my Chelicera and played my last Orb Weaver, and he said, "Hold on."
Oh no.
I got.
Yeah, that always sucks. Yeah, I hate the design of Ripple Away. I hate the hand traps. I was like thinking about this earlier today, and I can't decide why the block cards feel so much better. Like Iron Grip, I have no issues with, but Ripple Away and Mental Block and like cards of that ilk drive me nuts.
It's a gotcha.
So,
I mean, it's a gotcha.
Yeah.
It's a gotcha from the hand that.
But anyways,
that plays it. At instant speed, pretty much. So it is. It's a straight up gotcha.
You have rippled your last Florian.
That's right. You've rippled your last Florian. I mean, sayonara Florian, which is sad.
R.I.P. No, it ain't. No, it is not.
But it is.
As the assassin simp of the podcast, no. This is a day to celebrate, sir.
Another rude blade
I'm
goes.
okay with Florian. I think he went at a pretty okay pace. A little fast, but
You went
he
pretty
was
year and a
obviously
half.
very strong. So I'm not surprised that he's made his way. A lot of really high end players also kind of gravitated towards him because he's
He
just
had that
very
one
consistent,
season.
right?
He had that one season when Enigma left that like stack Florian just became the best thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this was before the new like 0.5 system got installed. So he was just like racking up points at a heinous rate that season.
It was like a ProQuest season, right? And he racked up a ton
Yeah.
of points in just a ProQuest season.
Yeah, so it was like you had both stack Florian and like regular Florian. Each of them, like if they were considered separate decks on the tier list, both of them were probably two of your top 3 or 4 decks in that format. And they would just happen to share the same hero token, so they just gain a gazillion points. And then I think it was just like, we feel like Florian left really quickly because it was like a 10-month span of him being a real deck.
I mean, he was a dominant deck for a while, and I think still even in some of the metas, except for that one right after the big ban, when he kind of fell off for a bit, I think he was in conversation the whole time.
Well, his
huge.
biggest fall off is when they banned Germinate.
Yes.
Whenever they printed Claw and Serakai.
Oh, that was painful too. I think Germinate and Vincerakai happened near the same time, like the Germinate ban.
Yeah, they were like weeks from each other. Yeah, it was not far. So I don't think it actually changes the meta that much. I think we're all okay. I don't think anything really changes.
Yeah, everyone's was asking me, does the deck change on Florian? I'm like, you know what? We thought Florian was a scoop. He just caught strays from the choices we made to beat everybody else. Like, yeah. Hush Bravado, good card.
Oh yeah, that's funny. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it really changes too much. Maybe you see more verdances, but like
I think you see more Assassin. I could even see Slippy getting a little bit more placement now, because I think Florian was a terrible matchup for him.
God, I would love
Florian was a bad matchup for just about any assassin.
I would love for Slippy to come back. Please let me play defensive cards in Acilio again.
Okay. I think we interrupted the market minute. Did you have any other cards you wanted to jump on before we wrap up?
No. I mean, I think we're in a good place. I think we'll touch base next week. We'll hopefully have some different changes, maybe some spoilers coming out, but we'll also kind of just take a look at what happens with the Florian ban if things start to gravitate with players that played Florian. So, and we can kind of move from there. But I think it's been it's a good episode. I think there was a lot of story time, and so it was worth it. We needed to make sure that we got the full experience of the monumentous occasion, which, dude, congratulations. I mean, it's just work in, work out, right? So I mean, it is well deserved. Like, kudos. I
think our spoiler season starts.
I was looking it up.
9
That's what I'm
days
looking at the
from
other
now.
screen for. Yeah, the 30th with Man's Hand.
So we're getting there. We can talk right before spoiler season, and then they're gonna be popping off.
He has to be spoiling a new Leviathan card, right? There's just no 100%. Way. Oh man,
I mean, we know that
or a brute card of some kind.
Yeah. Maybe next week. I don't think there's anything really going on this week besides RTMs. We could talk about what we want out of Compendium.
Yeah,
I'm down. That's a good subject matter.
Yeah,
we can
seems
talk
good.
about that and hopefully kind of see some some different market stuff and go from there and like you said, like once, as well as if we think anything might be I guess I'll probably wait to do a ban list until Compendium. We can talk about that as well. If there's any
I think we have a
changes.
date. I think it's well after Compendium comes out.
No, it's they always do a ban list the week between the world premiere and the release weekend calling.
Oh, is it?
It's always that Monday. Yeah. Because that's when Talk a Big Game got banned for Super Saiyan.
Mm-hmm.
They learned from the Needles Iris situation because we were just please. We were all testing for Memphis and we're please, for the love of God, get this deck out of here.
Or let us know if we have to deal with it.
Yeah.
We all knew it was going to catch a ban,
exactly.
but we just didn't know if it's going to catch a ban in time.
Right.
Yeah. So that's them learning from that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but apparently we get the whole entire list of commons and rares really early.
Yes, that's something they committed to dropping everything that was going to basically be playable at the pre-release.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of the world premiere, did you guys see on Twitter that James White is actually going to be playing in it?
Oh, he's playing?
Yeah,
he's playing.
James
a
White is actually playing.
format?
He's playing in the world premiere.
Ooh.
Nice.
Playing in a constructed format is interesting.
I want to go beat James White.
Dude, do you think he's allowed to play anything other than a pre-con Sage deck?
Oh, that would be hilarious.
It would be so fun to play him in CC and just make him deal with Pleiades.
Yeah, it was
well, no,
I saw that and I saw a... Are you guys familiar with the old Yu-Gi-Oh cartoon and Maximilian Pegasus, the quote-unquote creator of Duel Masters or whatever it was? Okay, it was that... his face alongside that tweet in the repost. So I thought that was freaking hilarious as hell.
Yeah, that's really
pretty
cool.
good. So I don't know. I feel like letting James play a constructed format if he's not literally taking a pre-con deck is a bad idea. But we'll see.
I think it'll be interesting. I'll welcome it.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's good results all around.
Yeah, he'll be on round
It would
one.
make my week if James White got the top 8. He made it to the top 8. That would make my freaking week, dude.
No shot.
Oh, and you are right.
No.
I've got the next ban restricted announcement is February 2nd. So it's right around the corner.
Okay.
So we'll be in the middle of spoiler season still whenever the bans come out. And LSS, everybody else leave the room. LSS, let's have a conversation. You said you were going to use your ban list more often. Okay.
And they did.
I have seen a lot of no changes. We saw one shake-up ban list. That's not enough. We got to keep doing this.
That's right.
Keep doing that.
Ban it all. But
Okay,
draw
we're
swords
back.
better be on that list.
Yeah, ban draw swords.
Oh, man. I don't know. One Kasai out of all those Kasai's got day 2. I think it's fine. I can't even meme about it at this point. It's so sad.
Too risky. We can't take that risk.
Okay.
We can't let Kasai
Hollow's
overshine
coming,
Hala.
so
Yeah,
swords.
we can't let Kasai overshine Hala.
Oh,
so
man.
we gotta
Sharpening
ban
a
draw
sword and then
swords.
playing blood in the water. Or not blood in the water. Blood on her hands.
Love.
That sounds pretty good. Okay.
Well, where can everybody find you, Mr. Thomas? Besides top 8ing every competitive event.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a menace. At Wet the System Fab on Twitter, metafy.gg/wet the system. That's where you can find me on Metafy. I'm putting basically everything on there. That's gonna be kind of like my home for Flesh and Blood.
Donnie?
Draco Hominus 87 everywhere social media is sold. You can find me on Twitter. Can't find me on Blue Sky anymore, or find me on Discord. If anybody wants to talk about anything Fab related or really anything, I don't mind texting. Hit me up.
He likes to yap.
I kind of do.
Justin, yours is a real easy one. You're here and you're here. Right here.
Yeah, Jezzo5. That's
Jezzo5.
Discord. You can find me if you
Discord.
really need to. But yeah, no. I'm a hermit now.
Or at local events. Meet him in person.
Yeah, actually,
Talk
that's
to him.
really easy to find me there. Really
yeah.
easy to find me at Armories.
Yeah, Level Up Games, Johns Creek. Find us on a Tuesday night.
Yeah,
Arms
we basically have a
HQ
calling
on
every week,
Thursdays.
right?
Yeah, pretty much at
Dude,
this rate.
I was
Holy
thinking
hell.
about this. I was like,
A battle hardened every week. Yeah.
I was really grumpy about the Armory before we left, and then like looking back on it, I was like, well, I played a Pro Tour top 8er. I played now a calling top 4, and I played another Battle Hardened top 8er as like my 4 rounds. I was like, okay, I guess that's pretty for my 3 rounds. I was like, that's pretty good. I was like, that's okay.
The Tuesday Armory just gets even more cracked every time.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally a mini RTN or PQ every week. I love our scene.
Good people.
Don't know when
Good
I'll get to
vibes.
play again, but I love our scene.
We'll see. We'll see you when we see you.
You'll be there. At Big Max Fab. Go ahead.
Sorry, just wanted to put this out there. My official graduation date from college, I'm having a ceremony on March the 4th.
Woo!
Hell
Almost
yeah.
done.
Almost there,
Yeah,
man.
I'm very, very
right
close.
around the corner.
Yep. Just wanted to share.
Oh, it's a hell of an achievement. We're going to be celebrating it the whole way through. At Big Max Fab on Twitter, at Big Max on Blue Sky, Discord, same thing, Big Max. And I'll probably be chatting in a stream as Big Max. So if it's siblings, it's still Donnie. But
Probably.
thank you for joining us, everybody. We hope you enjoyed catching up with us this week. And if you did, subscribe or follow, depending on where you found us, to catch us again next time. Until then, take care of yourselves. And remember, we are all siblings in cardboard. And you're all Pleiades players, too. So you might want to go pick up that Metafy, use the TCG link, affiliate link. Do that as well. And read them and heat them. Take care.